been yet another shitstorm in the truther community. Or truther Christian community on YouTube. What else is new? Another prominent channel going down at the hands of detractors, people that don't agree with whatever. As in this case, from SaturnsEye is saying, they accuse him of being Gnostic or leading Christians astray, basically, which is like a paranoia that's rampant these days. It's hard to trust anybody if they're not a double agent of some kind. You have to be careful. And RSC was really careful about that kind of thing. I was personal friends with him for a while. We were, I guess, virtual friends is about the safest title I could call that. Because virtual friends, I don't know. I'm not as quite as solid as in the real world, because I don't know, for one thing, you don't even ever see their faces usually. And RSC was very adamant about not showing his face, and one of the things he kept telling me over and over again was I was in the media. He seemed to be really terrified that somebody would dig up his past in the media. And therein lies the problem. Like I said, we were friends for a while. I'm not saying it sounds past tense that we're not friends anymore. That hasn't been declared between me and him. We didn't really go south or anything like that. It wasn't anything that we didn't see eye to eye on, except it seemed to me that maybe he was just getting really busy and he started distancing himself from me. It started getting harder and harder to get a hold of him, whereas before he was messaging me every day, my morning, his afternoon, because he lives in England and I live in Canada. It's like 5 hours difference. We were talking a lot, and I kind of got the feeling that me and him were friends. And I really liked him a lot. I've always had a lot of respect for him. We've had some really deep conversations. Awesome conversations. But every now and then the whole, you think you're ever going to show me your face came up a couple of times. I mean, it's hard for me to wrap my head around having a friend that's intent on hiding their face, so you never get to actually speak to them man to man, eyeball to eyeball. Yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal, but when the shoe dropped for me was when, like, I asked him that just out of the blue. I wasn't pressuring him, I just said it, and then he said, well, how do I know you're not one of them? One of what? Who? Them? The enemy? I'm trying to take you down. I'm gonna screenshot this web interview and post it on YouTube and expose you. So I realized at that point that he didn't really consider me much of a friend. That was one thing. And a few other things. When he started calling his channel a ministry, I confronted him on that. He said, if you're going to call your channel a ministry, that immediately implies that you're a priest, or you're a pastor, or you're a leader. And if that's the case, then that brings with it a hell of a lot more responsibility than just a YouTube channel that exposes the satanic agenda in the media. It's a little bit more than that. He didn't seem to like that very much when I said priest or pastor. He seemed to get on the defensive a little bit about that, but that's the reality. If you're going to call your thing a ministry, that means you're a leader. And if you're a leader, well, this is a spiritual war. And there's a lot of us Christians kind of suspicious of people, easily suspicious, and for good reasons, because there's all this infiltration going on in every avenue of the alternative media, never mind the Christian media. So it's kind of a delicate, tight wire situation where your image kind of has to be squeaky clean, or people won't, or you'll lose your credibility, you know what I mean? And if you're gonna put out testimonials, that's all fine and dandy, and your testimonials are heartfelt, really moving, and I really enjoyed them. And from all your videos, they've done nothing but strengthen my faith. You know? It's one thing I always liked about him was that he reveals how the Kabbalah, whether it's Bollywood or the SOS music industry, they're constantly bringing up Jesus. They're constantly rehashing the Last Supper, the table, the grapes, the cup of filth. They're constantly rehashing the Exodus with the barren land and the flood and the water and all this stuff. They're constantly doing that. And I reveal some of that stuff too. I've been doing that for a long time. So he's bang right up my alley in terms of videos to watch. I really like his stuff, and it'd be real regrettable if yet again another great channel goes down at the hands of detractors or enemies. Now, I listened to an interview between him and White Rabbit. White Rabbit seems to be siding with Enter the Stars. That his the videos on DaveyBoyz is kind of satanic agenda. Yesterday they pointed to a spoof video the DaveyBoyz did on Justin Bieber. By the way, just to show you that DaveyBoyz is no small potatoes, that video got 8 million views. That just about rivals Miley Cyrus on Bebo. I mean, so that's like quite a big omission. You know, I mean, this is why you were so afraid, apparently, because you got caught with your pants down. And you didn't reveal this first, and you let your enemies reveal this, so it looks really bad. And not to mention that, like, it's basically the two pillars, the left-right paradigm again, where you got the good boy turned bad, or the bad boy turned good this time. Some of your videos, man, I'm really kind of weirded out today because you took most of those videos down or put them on private, and I was going to do an expose on your stuff, because I think what you need is you need full disclosure. You need to come out with it. Some of the concerns that real Christians have, that we're not your enemies, we're not trying to take you down. But now we got questions. At least I do. At least I do, and it would look better for you if you faced them. Because yesterday on White Rabbit, it seemed to me that you were deflecting responsibility and chalking it all up to persecution and people trying to take you down. They just wake up in the morning and they're on a lifelong mission to take down RSC. That's almost words verbatim. And yes, that's true to a certain degree. I've witnessed that myself. I often wonder why you do this, why it's worth it. It's because of this, that there'd be so many other channels like RSC, or Play State Radio, or White Rabbit, or whatever. There'd be a lot more of them, but all we do is get persecuted for putting out our thoughts on these things. But you seemed on White Rabbit to be just basically deflecting responsibility. And the problem is, some of us have real concerns, and I mean, it's going to be quite revealing to see how you address this. Like, if you're just going to ride on your popularity on RSC, and all the people that don't really care about all that stuff, and just leave us in the dust or whatever. I don't know what you're going to do. I think you're a pretty sincere person. I think I could see why you would be afraid to reveal the DaveyBoyz to us, or the fact that you're gay to us. I wouldn't even mention the gay thing, but I mean, it's part of it. I'm sorry, when you're dealing with Christians, you're not necessarily dealing with homophobes, but you're dealing with people that take direction from the Bible. The Bible says you should not sleep with any man, not lay with any man, or adorn yourself in a woman's clothing. A man should not sleep with another man. That's what it says. Plain and clear. And that's okay. That doesn't mean that somebody that slept with another man can never walk with Christ, or even lead people to Christ. It doesn't mean that. But if you hide all that stuff, and we find out about it all in this very ugly manner, the revelation becomes even uglier. And I'm afraid that you're going to try and skirt this and leave us all in the dust. And that would be a shame. Because, like, for the rest of your career, people are going to be whispering in the background. They'll probably be whispering in the background anyways. But at least you made an honest, prudent effort to disclose some of these concerns that some of us Christians have about this new revelation of the DaveyBoyz. I mean, in one of your videos that you took down, unfortunately, I was going to pick apart some of these videos in a video, a later one, to kind of help you disclose this stuff and ask questions and, just reveal some stuff, because there's a lot of dirt out here now. But now those videos are private. And the one video that I saw was called was it called? It was called What I'm Capable Of. And in that video, you had a t-shirt on with the all-seeing eye, the triangular cyclops. Somebody said, I didn't hear you say this, but somebody said that was one of the things that woke you up. Was it at that point that you were selling the DaveyBoyz with that Illuminati t-shirt on? At the end, in the DaveyBoyz, I get that you're a well-trained salesman and you can basically sell anything. And at the end of it, you're saying, come, you're trying to sell something. I forget what it was, but at the end you point your two hands right to that triangular cyclops. And you know how they mock us with that triangular cyclops constantly. How Jim Carrey, Illuminati, remember with the tongue? They mock us constantly with that, and here I see you, of all people, with this very successful commercial channel as a comedian, reporter, or whatever you were. Doesn't make me love you any less. Some of it made me like you even more because of your transformation. It shows like how somebody can be saved from. You were a young man and you were ambitious and you wanted to be successful as a comedian. The only problem is you have to worship Satan to do it. You have to promote Satan to do it. You have to tell all the kiddies that are watching your channel that Satan is wonderful. In an offhand way, of course. There's a lot of innuendo and all that, but you know how they do things. If you're working for the BBC, you're working for the Synagogue of Satan. I watched your OCD part there with BBC, and was shocked to find out that you're actually gay. This is a concern of Christians. I'm sorry, we're not all homophobes. No homo. I'm not a homophobe, but I mean, I don't like all this gay pride shit and normalizing the absurd with it as if it's something to be proud of, because it's not. It's not natural, so therefore, and God commands not to do it, so therefore, there's got to be something wrong with it. I ain't holier than thou. And that was never my bag, but being gay, but I've had friends that are gay, and that's okay, man. You know, I'm not gonna not like you because you're gay, but I mean, it's a big issue. It's another big thing you're gonna have to talk about, other than your old friend that died that they're accusing of being a Mason. That's nothing to me. That means nothing. That's just bullshit to me. It's the fact that not only are you gay, but you were going out with, you seem to be going out with Conchita Wurst, or the equivalent of Conchita Wurst, because your boyfriend or partner, as the BBC introduced him, he was a he-she kind of deal, very effeminate male, very frail and thin, with a cute little hairdo and all this. This is another question that people are going to want to know about. I don't know what I would ask about it, but it's delicate. We're talking about Christians here, man. We're talking about walking the straight and narrow, leading people to salvation, away from this bittersweet reality. pretty heavy. It'd be really a shame if you let this chance slip by, and I'm offering you my hand to help you disclose some of these things and answer some of the concerns that us Christians have. You know, not saying that if you don't do it and you continue to skirt the thing, it doesn't mean I'm never going to watch your videos again, but it means that I'll never take you seriously again as a leader. I don't know how to express that kind of thing, but it's bad. It's bad. It couldn't be worse, man. It's not like, you know, this innocuous past came up that your enemies revealed. It's a big thing. It's a lot to swallow. And it'd be really nice if you can address these things. I know it's delicate. I know it's hard. I know it's something you really want to avoid at all costs. But in the end, if you remain silent about these things and you don't address them, and you just pretend and let the water go under the bridge, it won't be so good. This is a business where we need 100% honesty. That's something I think that would concern many of us, that you were actually like a rising star in the mainstream Satan's wonderful media. Let me know, dude, and my friends watching this video, let me know what you think. And I'll leave my email in the box below, Dave, and if you want to contact me again, we can hook up again and help clarify some of these questions. I think more than just me would be an appreciation. Till the next time, for Please Stay Radio.